welcome back to my channel Because I'm Crafty. My name's Caitlin and today I'm going to show you guys my new ginger jeans. This is the second pair of ginger jeans that I've made, but this time I made the skinny jean version and the first time I made just the I think straight leg version. So I'm going to show you that as a quick overview and then we'll talk about this pair. So these are the first ones that I made, and I just made it out of traditional denim with a little bit of stretch, just like the pattern recommends. And again, I did do the, I think, stovepipe leg. I think that's what they called it, but it's just like a straight leg. There's no flare to it, and these actually worked really well, and they have a little bit of a lower rise, whereas the skinny jean has a higher rise on it. And if you guys remember, I put KL on the butt pockets because my name is Caitlin Lloyd, and I don't really know why I did it, but I felt like letters would be kind of hard, so I wanted to challenge myself, but that's what I did. It turned out pretty well. It's kind of cool. And I think the only real alterations that I did with this from the original pattern was that I took in the center back a little bit more, kind of from the pockets up, tapered it, and I think I merged the hips a bit. So I think I cut out the 6 and merged the hips out to between an 8 and a 10, and then the rest was just the regular size 6, and everything else was normal. For this pair that I made, which I'll show you some more clips in a minute, I made the skinny jean high-waisted version. Now, I was a little bit afraid of making the high-waisted version because I am very short torsoed, and so anything high-waisted just makes me look really short in the middle if I want to tuck in my top or kind of show that part of the pant. It just looks weird to me, but I've scrunched up this top and it's actually not too bad. I'm actually liking it. It hits just above my belly button. So this pair I also cut out in the size 6, and I did merge the hips out like I did to the other pair, but I ended up taking these in probably back to the original 6 size line in the hips because it was kind of sitting weird. And I made these out of a stretch sateen cotton. They're not a twill, it's just a nice smooth cotton. I don't know, it's got a nice stretch to it, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work because it's fairly lightweight compared to a stretch denim that the pattern's made for, but I thought I would just test it out and see how it worked, and perfect. I love them. I got the fabric from Fabricland in the clearance section. Sorry, I'm just following my notes, make sure I cover everything that I wanted. And I also made another pair of pants out of the same fabric but in a blue color out of a Berta pattern back in the summer, I think, fall-ish summer. So if I have a photo of that, I'll pop that up. So I had originally bought both of these fabrics to make pants, and I was going to use this one to make the same pair of pants, but I thought, why not try out the ginger jeans instead? And the zipper and the hammer button as well was from Fabricland. What else did I do? Yeah, so I did blend the hips, but ended up taking it back in, so the size 6 worked really well for me. I took in the center back seam kind of from, I think, just the yoke up. I'm trying to remember. I think I tapered the yoke up to the top, and then the waistband, I actually put a center back seam in the waistband and took it in because from my hips to like the smallest part of my waist, it's a huge difference, so there was no way I was going to get away with that fairly straight waistband. I mean, it does curve a little bit, so next time I think I will actually self-draft a more curved waistband so it's more like a contoured waistband so that I don't have to have that center back seam. But when you have a belt loop at the back, I don't think it really matters as much because it covers it, so I could kind of get away with it. Okay, yes, I did take in the yoke more than 1 inch on each side, and the center back waistband, which is all one piece in the pattern piece, so I just folded it at the center back and sewed it 1 inch seam allowance at the bottom where it would attach to the yoke, and then I tapered it up even more to the very top edge. So you've got a small space to work with because the waistband's only so big, but I tapered it quite a bit to give me that contour that I need, especially at the back, because I always have like gapey waistband, but not with these ones. It actually worked really well. I did also lower the yoke from side seam to side seam at the back. It just seemed like when I tried it on that it was wanting to kind of pucker along the back line once I had the waistband on, so I thought if I just move the waistband down a little bit on the yoke, just kind of, yeah, side seam to side seam, lower at the center back, and then tapered back up, and that solved that issue. What else? Everything else went really well. The curve and everything of the crotch seam, the inseam, everything else fit really well. My calves are fine too. I do have plans to move the butt pockets up between either a 1/2 inch or 3/4, somewhere in there, because I just feel like the bottom of the pocket is sitting too low on my butt, that if they were up a bit higher it would make it look a little bit more lifted, do a little bit of disguising there. So they're not bad. I'm gonna just leave it for now because I actually ran out of thread. Like, there's a tiny little bit left on my spool, but I don't want to chance doing it. I could probably move one pocket, but I wouldn't be able to move the other. So when I get the same thread again, I will fix that. And for the hem, I cut off a 1/2 inch and then double folded a 1/2 inch for a 1 inch hem, and they're a perfect length. So honestly, I'm really surprised with how these fit because, again, I never usually choose high-waisted jeans. I usually choose kind of regular rise or low rise, but I'm really enjoying these. I definitely think I'll take it in a bit more if I make this version again, just so the waist is a little bit tighter. But these are comfortable. I really am happy with my fabric choice because this was a total test. I had no idea that this was gonna work, but they just feel so soft, and like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing jeans. They're like almost more like a jegging maybe, but not super tight like that. Yeah, I don't know. They're really comfy and I love them. And I did put some contrast fabric in for the pockets, and that was also a stretch cotton that I bought in Rwanda actually. So I thought it would kind of add a little pop to it. But yeah, I really enjoy them. I will try and take some video and pictures now of me wearing them, and I'll put them in this video somewhere. You may have already seen them, but I'm really happy with them. And if you have a stretch cotton sateen or something, even if it's a bit light, just try it, because I think it's really nice to have a lighter pair of pants that look like jeans, but they're not actually denim, or they're not that traditional blue color. It's something a little bit different. I think this would be really nice in like a khaki color too, or a nude color tan. I have one in my stash and I was thinking about it, and maybe adding like a stripe or something on the side, just to, because they're really light tan. I don't want it to look like I'm wearing no pants, but I think they would work really well for this too. So my number one takeaway from today is that if you are really short torsoed and you're thinking about the ginger jeans, the skinny version, and they are high-waisted, just give it a try. You can always take out portions of the rise. There is a line in the pattern right in the center of the hip, I think, that you can take some out of it, and I really contemplated doing that, but I thought, you know what, I just want to make it as is and see what happens, and it worked out really well. So don't be discouraged by the high waistline if you're unsure. These came together so well, and I can't wait to make an actual denim pair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this little look. I will be talking about this top in, I think, one of the videos I'm filming today. I'm going to try and film a few, but I've definitely shared a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about in the next few videos on Instagram. So if you aren't following me over there, go over there because you see everything before it hits YouTube. But this top is awesome. I love it. So I'll leave a little bit information in the description box about it if I remember, but in case I don't, just comment down below and ask me if you're not sure. But I will be talking about it at some point. So thank you for watching today. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next time, crafters. Bye! guys for watching.